Hey everyone, Brayden here coming to you with a breaking Disney news update. You guys, you might need a second to process this. It's not your imagination. It's too early to be April Fools. We finally have the first permits for a new major parks investment coming to Walt Disney World. Not ideas, but finally some actual plans. As today, Disney's newly filed permits were discovered detailing a major new staging area they are constructing backstage at Disney's Animal Kingdom as part of the project codenamed Project RO, which I strongly suspect refers to the overhaul coming to Dinoland USA. The long-teased project, which as of last year's Destination D23 teaser, consisted of retheming the Dinosaur Dark Ride into a Mayan-themed Indiana Jones adventure, replacing the carnival area you have with Dino-Rama with an Encanto attraction, updating the existing Dinoland dining and merchandise buildings to fit a South American theme, and replacing the Boneyard with a Coco-themed family attraction. The past couple of weeks, many executives, chiefly the parks operations folks who need to check off on updates like this, they have been spotted surveying Dinoland USA, and today we got these permit filings detailing a major new staging area backstage. Over here, the contractors for the Dinoland update, they will set up their trailers, as will Walt Disney Imagineering, as part of on-site operations for a large new construction project. Taking a look at the new permits, the location of this new staging area will not be directly behind Dinoland USA due to some geographical limitations, but rather up the road north of the Animal Kingdom. There, Disney has filed plans to lay down some new asphalt roads, concrete sidewalks, gravel roads, spots for 5 different office trailers, a bunch of utilities like fire hydrants and the like, chain link fences, and 363 parking spaces. So this isn't the permit filing for the Dinoland update itself, but it's the permit we get before that one, where Disney is finally setting up their construction headquarters for this large-scale reimagining they have been teasing for quite a long time. It is so great to see finally something concrete from Disney, literally concrete, which signals the last hurdles with funding and budgets for this project, this Dinoland update. Those hurdles have finally been surpassed, and this long-talked about Dinoland update is about to get underway. And it needs to get underway pronto because not only does Disney's Animal Kingdom need attractions to spike its lukewarm attendance heading into the second half of the decade, but also having just gone to Disney and filmed every square inch of Dinoland USA, sort of knowing of some of these events that are coming down the pike here, I can tell you its current state is not up to par by any stretch. Where Primeval World once stood, it's an empty lot just sitting there. It's been there for years and years. Over at Dinosaur, a lot of the effects aren't working. I was on Dinosaur, and that last Dinosaur, it didn't move forward, it didn't jump at us or anything like that. Now it looks like we are getting very close to seeing boots on the ground, construction vehicles on the ground, finally updating this long neglected land. So that's the permit. Getting into some new exclusive details for you guys, I have some knowledge on the plans here at Dinoland, which Disney has yet to officially release themselves. You might recall when Disney gave us the updated plan last year, they told us that the overhaul of Dinoland, it would include Indiana Jones, and it would include Encanto, and it would all be inside of a South American themed land. At the time of that announcement, I told you I believed Coco was also in this plan, and for some reason they didn't mention that. And since then, when Disney's referenced that prior announcement in press releases, they've been mentioning that it will include a Coco attraction of some sort as well. Encanto and Coco, you might recall, were supposed to be part of the Beyond Big Thunder project over at the Magic Kingdom, and that is no longer the case, as we've updated you guys on in the past with the project going on there. And I will say in recent months, a lot has been changing with the plans over at the Magic Kingdom. So the latest ones I've given you guys are now outdated. It's not what's currently happening. There's a whole new plan for that area back there. So make sure you're subscribed for when I give you guys the latest I'm hearing on that whole area. I'm still working on getting that all together here. Getting to the latest details at Dinoland, I have a few pieces of info for you guys. So for one, this reimagining of Dinosaur into Indiana Jones, it's not going to be a clone of Indiana Jones Adventure you have out at Disneyland, which employs the same ride system as Dinosaur. The plan for this update to Dinosaur dinosaur does involve Indy, of course. That'll be the IP hook that they use to get people interested, try to get people to book vacations, try to get people to head over to the park and increase the attendance at the Animal Kingdom. However, Imagineering's plan for Dinosaur will be a bit more original than you might think, and that I've been told that it is going to heavily capitalize on that real-life Mayan theme and Mayan lore hinted at in the concept art, taking a look at the exterior facade. So here with this dinosaur retheme, they're going to attempt to tie this new Indiana Jones attraction in with the overall park and not just totally jump the shark into being something very comical and unrelated to the aesthetics of the park. And if you take a look at the Animal Kingdom, the theme insofar as the architecture is concerned, the different lands that you have, those aesthetics presently revolve around the real life cultures and telling the story of the real life people that inhabit these agrarian and impoverished parts of the world. Of course though, what does Indy or Encanto or Coco have to do with the animal theme of the overall part? That's a pretty big part of the Animal Kingdom. It's all very much a stretch. And needless to say, this was not what the park's visionary, Joe Rohde, wanted. Joe Rohde was definitely not for muddling the park's theme by shoving in all these IPs, as we can see with his departure from the company. The most concrete detail I have for you guys, this is rumored. It's from our Imagineering sources, so I'm pretty confident in it, but I'm just going to give it to you guys. I don't know this for sure, but I have heard that the Encanto attraction is not going to be some sort of lame meet and greet or some sort of very low impact Mary Poppins carousel type thing like was teased for Epcot years back. This Encanto attraction is also not going to be a roller coaster either. It's not going to be an e-ticket. The plan that I've heard for this Encanto attraction most recently is that it is going to be an Omnimover attraction along the lines of the classic Omnimover attractions we currently have at the Magic Kingdom. So it'll be a C-ticket attraction. It'll be a people mover. It'll be an attraction that eats up a ton of guests, and it's going to use the Omnimover ride system. So think something along the lines of the Journey of the Little Mermaid in terms of the ride system and overall vibe for this Encanto attraction here. Again, Disney has not confirmed this or released any specifics on the Encanto attraction, but I have heard from sources that it might be an Omnimover attraction here. So just a bit of info for you guys there. So at this hour, I anticipate that we are getting an e-ticket attraction update with Dinosaur becoming Indiana Jones, and then there's going to be a C-ticket Omnimover people eater attraction themed around Encanto. And then when it comes to Coco, this one I don't have any special info on for you guys, but based on the art, it looks like it will be the lowest impact attraction in this area. It's looking like it might be a carousel or something like that based on the concept art, a family attraction type of thing here. I must say, losing the dinosaur theme in this area will be disappointing to many, especially many boys, who go to the park and they love the dinosaur stuff. And it really is a really cool area in my opinion. Now, I don't really like the present theme in terms of the parking lot whole thing and how it's just these off-the-shelf ride systems for the most part, but taking a look at the dinosaur attraction and also just some of the theming in the area, there are some positive things to note there. I will tell you guys, if you're heading over to Disney's Animal Kingdom before Disney starts walling everything off here, we don't know when exactly that's going to start, but we can't be far off here. If you have the chance to head over to Disney's Animal Kingdom and go over to Dinoland, take the opportunity to really walk around. Go over to Restaurantosaurus, go over to that cool gift shop that you have in this area, which judging by the concept art will be rethemed with an updated facade, and it'll have a whole new interior. The current Route 66 theme that you have with that cluster of buildings inside and out with the Americana everywhere. And if you take a look at the gift shop, there's these really intricate models above you that are on display inside of there. It's some really, really cool stuff. There's a lot of clever Easter eggs and jokes and things like that in there. So I highly recommend checking that out. Really taking the opportunity to appreciate the detail the last generation of Imagineers put in here before it is all scraped away by the present Walt Disney Company. On a positive note with this update, if you just take a look at the overall concept art here, the current Dinoland area, I was filming it, it is very hot. You have the asphalt and you have that carnival kind of area. It's kind of sparse and there's not any kinetics going on since they got rid of Primeval Whirl. So if you take a look at the concept art for this area, the update to it, you might notice that we are getting a new water feature here. It looks like we're going to be getting a pretty significant fountain there, which to a lot of guests, they're just going to blow right past. But I did want to make note of that. It does look like we are going to be getting some water feature here, some sort of kinetic energy to the area, which will be a welcome change. And also on a positive note here, I would like to recognize that if you take a look at this concept art, there is a clear attempt by the Imagineers, in my opinion, to take the mandate from the executives where, hey, you need to shoe in these certain IPs that we focus grouped, and these are the ones that should go in the animal kingdom, and they're trying to give it some real world lore and aesthetics. They're trying to tie it in with the overall park, with the South American theme here. Now, does it really fit with the animal theme? No, but I would like to recognize that the Imagineers do seem to be trying to give some sort of originality to this land, do something to try to tie all these very random seeming intellectual properties together for this update to Dinoland here. And in one final note for you guys, I want to be the first to tell you this, write this down. This Dinoland update is not the only project in the works for Disney's Animal Kingdom. So taking a look at the staging area they're building, it's pretty significant. They're putting down asphalt, they're putting up all these, trailers. This doesn't seem super temporary. It seems like, with 300 plus parking spaces, that this little backstage area for construction is going to be around at Disney's Animal Kingdom for a little while here. And it is quite possible that this is not only going to be the construction headquarters for a Dinoland retheming, but also there is another major attraction that is in its planning stages right now, a new attraction for Disney's Animal Kingdom. Not a replacement, not a retheme, not an update, nothing like that. An actual new attraction on a new plot of land is in the works for Disney's Animal Kingdom. To my knowledge, it has not been greenlit yet, but I wanted to tease that for you guys. So I expect at the D23 Expo this summer, we'll get more details on Dinoland, as well as perhaps this new e-ticket attraction that might be coming to Disney's Animal Kingdom. That's all I can say for now. I told you recently, Disney's Animal Kingdom, that is going to be the primary area of focus for future investment at Walt Disney World for the time being, due to attendance issues heading into the second half of the decade at that park in particular. And then that is followed by the Magic Kingdom, which also desperately needs new areas due to the capacity constraints over at the Magic Kingdom, which is the world's most popular theme park. So keep your eye on the coming permits and news out of the Animal Kingdom and the Magic Kingdom in particular. Some pretty exciting stuff, and I will have more details to break for you guys soon on all of this. So be sure to subscribe with those notifications on so you don't miss any of it. Thank you all so much for all the support. Shout out to our patrons and everyone who helped support the creation of these videos. I'll talk to you guys soon. From the Mickey Mouse Magic Studio, this is Brayden. Have a magical day.